Hello, and welcome to today's walkthrough video. Today is Tuesday, so we are going to move forward with our outline organizer. Again, this is the project. Hopefully you've already chosen which article you want to use for this project. Hopefully you've already read it. Hopefully you've already annotated it. 2 thoughtful, mature responses per page. Okay? So hopefully that's already been done. All right, hopefully you have some idea of how you want to argue whether or not technology was used properly in the legal proceedings of your article, all right? Okay, so the next thing that we need to do, I want to focus on 2 particular boxes today. The 2 boxes that you need to be responsible for getting done today at some point, whether it's by the end of this class or by the end of the day today, to remain on pace for this project, due by the end of the day Friday, are these 2 boxes here, all right? A lot of people like to start with the intro paragraph. I like to start with the thesis statement and the first body paragraph, all right? So this outline is going to be 4 paragraphs long, but I dedicated 1 box specifically to the thesis statement. You cannot start an argumentative essay without an adequate, competent, focused, argumentative thesis statement. So we haven't done one of these in quite some time, so I'm going to quickly review here something that is very important. The first thing you need to remember for your thesis statement is that it must be 1 sentence long. Okay? The tendency is to go longer than that. You need a concise, focused, 1 sentence long thesis statement. Okay, the next thing is it must be an opinion. All right, this is where you need to express yes or no. Okay? Do you agree or disagree? All right, must be an opinion. Don't let me get to your thesis statement and then think, well, I don't know which side they're arguing. Okay? Don't say things like, some people believe this, while some people believe that. Okay, I don't care who believes what. I want to know what you believe. Pick a side. Even if you can see both sides of the argument, which in a lot of arguments most people can, you have to pick a side. I'm asking you to pick a side and make an argument for that side. Okay, so it must be an opinion. The third one cannot be a question. It's a thesis statement, not a thesis question. Don't ask your reader questions, all right? Your reader can't answer you, so don't ask your reader questions, okay? Fourth, must include an essay map. All these are your reasons, right? Your reasons, your pieces of evidence as to why you are right. Now, for this particular project, I'm only going to require 2 reasons, 2 pieces of evidence in your essay map, all right? Normally, I would require 3. However, this is a condensed timeline for your essay, your outline here. So I'm only going to require 2. All right. Lastly, where is the thesis statement located? It's located at the end of the intro paragraph. Okay, so go ahead and type those out. Those are the 5 things that I think are most important for my students to remember before you start writing a thesis statement. So down here in this box, this is where I want you to type your actual thesis statement. So you need to think of 2 reasons why your thesis statement is correct. You need to choose a side. Was technology used properly and appropriately? Should technology be applied this way? Should people be allowed to sue technology companies if people misuse the technology, etc.? Each article is different, so I'm going to see where you're at with these thesis statements, okay? Here's where I want you to write it. I'm going to give you an example, okay? The drinking age in the United States should be raised to 25 years old because it will dramatically reduce teen drinking and driving, and it will eliminate illegal purchasing for minors. Okay? So again, this has nothing to do with technology, and I didn't want to give you any hints. So what I want you to do here, right, again, I'm expressing an opinion. The drinking age should be raised to 25 years old. That's an opinion. A lot of people would agree, a lot of people would disagree. That's how you know it's a good opinion, okay? I'm expressing, look, this is a really big pet peeve of mine. Notice how at the beginning of my thesis statement right here, I'm not starting out with my answer. Yes, comma. The drinking age, no. Just start with it. You don't need a yes or no at the beginning. Just start with your thesis statement. The drinking age in the United States should be raised. The voting age in the United States should be lessened, right? Just start with your thesis sentence, all right? Now here is my essay map. Again, because is a word that will trigger your reader to look for your two reasons, okay? The word because, that triggers your reader saying, okay, here's why what they think, and here's why they think it. Now again, normally you need 3. For this project, you only need 2. Here are my reasons. It will dramatically reduce teen drinking and driving. That's the first one. And it will eliminate illegal purchasing for minors. Those are my 2 reasons. Now I need to go argue those 2 reasons, but that is my concise, one sentence, opinionated. It's a statement, it's not a question. It includes an essay map. Those are my 2 pieces of evidence. That's my thesis statement. So after you've checked, okay, it's all capitalized, United States is capitalized, we're good, we're good, we're good. I don't use words like you should or I think that, or you don't start with I believe that, right? If you feel yourself starting to start with sentences like that, delete it. You can literally just delete it. Just start with what you think, all right? Then I want you to highlight it for me. Highlight it, whatever color you want, right? I'll just use yellow. I like yellow. There you go. Okay, so that's one. You have to have a thesis statement by the end of the day today, all right? Now we need to move on to our first body paragraph, all right? Your first body paragraph is what I would consider your weakest argument, all right? You're only going to have 2 body paragraphs, okay? Understand that each body paragraph, for me in my class, are 6 to 8 sentences, okay? You want to start out with your weakest argument so you can end with your strongest argument. So for you, okay, you need to determine out of these 2 essay map points, which one is weakest, which one is strongest. Only you can do that, all right? For my topic sentence, your topic sentence, my advice is to use a DC, IC. Okay, that's just a really helpful hint. I've used it many times writing essays, DC, IC, all right? So, my first body paragraph needs to be associated with, it will dramatically reduce teen drinking and driving. Okay, there you go. So, my first point of evidence in my thesis statement directly correlates with this body paragraph. Here you go. So, because driving accidents are the highest cause of death amongst teens, comma, DC, comma, IC, the drinking age should be raised to 25 years of age. All right, there's my topic sentence. Now I can go into, right, I'll come down here. Now I can go into more evidence, right? Remember, ethos, pathos, and logos, okay? Remember those. Ethos. Do you have any credibility? Reference your author. Does your author have credibility? For most of you, yes, they do. Pathos. Can you appeal to the emotion of the reader? Okay? I would tell a story here of a teen that was killed by a drunk driver, or a teen that was maybe I don't know, some sort of disabled because of a really bad choice that they made due to drinking and driving. I would maybe for logos, right? Logos is logic. Logos is statistics. Maybe here in my article I could give some statistics about how frequent and how out of control teen driving accidents are, most of which are contributable to some sort of impairment. Some of them are alcohol, okay? So remember ethos, pathos, logos, but this is where you write your body paragraph, okay? This is where you can use ICDCs. This is where you can use DC, comma, IC. This is where you can use phrase, comma, IC. This is where you can use sentence with an interrupter, right? Sentence, interrupter, and then finish the sentence, okay? These are the things that now we start to put all this together, all right? So today, Tuesday, these are the 2 boxes that you need to have filled out. At the end of the day today, you will be on track if your thesis statement box looks like this, with your thesis statement here highlighted, and then your body paragraph has 6 to 8 sentences, right? You have a DC, comma, IC in your topic sentence, okay? I want you to use a quote from the article, okay? your first piece of evidence. You don't have to use a quote, but I want you to, okay? Use a 1-to-3 ratio, diversify your sentences, proofread, okay? The last thing I'm going to look at here with you today, and then I want to make sure you have plenty of time to get started here. The last thing I'm going to look at with you today is what I call the grammar gravestone. I put a link on the agenda for today. Please understand something. These are the things that I look for, and a lot of teachers look for. Before I even sit down to grade the quality of your essay, these are the things that I look for, okay? I put the link on your agenda so you can look at this. Before you turn in this outline, I'm giving you things that will immediately get it sent back to you, okay? Don't use words like I got or the person got in an accident, okay? The person was in an accident, okay? Capitalize proper nouns, capitalize names. Article titles need to be in quotes. Forget to use quotation marks around quoted material. Introduce your opinion by saying, in my opinion, or I believe that, right? Thou shalt not. If you do things on this list, I'm just going to send it back to you and say you need to try again. So I'm giving you the list. This is what I look at, okay? This is what I look at first. If you use pronouns like you, I'll send it back. If you don't introduce, cite, and explain your quote every time, I'll send it back. If you don't use the 1-to-3 ratio, all of these things, before I even get into the content of your essay, these are the things that I look at. Okay, these are the things that I look at. Okay, that concludes our video. If you have questions, please ask.